Alright guys, I'm back from vacation. It's been a beautiful week in Florida. Only rained one day on us, the last day down there. It's a bit windy today. I'll show y'all an area you probably never seen much about. I don't really film this area too much, but the pool, see the wind blew my cover off. And boy, is it just nasty. I mean, it's just nasty. Green, nasty shit. Took some of my side rails off up here. There's a piece floating right there. But the problem is my pump worked fine. I'm gonna shut it down. This is the 4th year we've had it. Never had any issues. It didn't really get cold this winter. And here is my problem. Plug this thing up and I'll show you what it's doing. Alright, so I filled it up with water. This is coming off the bottom drain. Comes in. This is off the top strainer, which there's not enough water in it right now for that. This cuts everything off. So right now I got it cut off. Filled it full of water, turned it on. This is low, that's high speed. That's low speed. Nothing. Ain't doing nothing. So I have never fooled with this thing before, but evidently either my motor's gone bad or my pump froze up. So what I'm gonna have to do is, of course, I'm gonna unplug it before I forget it. And I'm gonna take this little piece of pipe off. It's just on here with couplings. Got my big channel locks, and we'll get it off and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, that wasn't no problem. Right off. So I can't really feel nothing in there. It's pretty deep. I think the next thing we're gonna have to do is see if we can get this uncoupled. And I think that's got some screws in it. First I gotta see if I can get it turned. It is turning. It's turning, but it don't look like it's unscrewing. I'm gonna turn it up to where I can get to these screws. Now I gotta go get it Phillips head. Alright, so the screws come out real easy. I was able to just pop them apart. They're just 2-piece. You can see the water running out. Now, I'm not exactly sure how this thing is mounted on this plastic piece here. It's definitely mounted, but I'm not. I don't feel like they're hard mounted. Yeah. Oh. Where I hurt my finger, I just hit it again. So I'm gonna see if what I can do with this pump. If I can prise it up, or maybe I have to pop these little tabs up. I'm not sure. See if we can get this pump loose. Okay, well that was amazingly simple. I just pulled the pump up and it became. These little plastic tabs just kind of hold it down. I'm sure it's supposed to have some kind of catch, but they're just popping these little holes here. And I guess once you get this loose, it's really nothing holding it. So anyway, now we gotta get this thing apart and see what's going on with it. Alright guys, so I got the pump down here in the shop, and I think we're going to try to take these screws out of the back right here. I think they run all the way into the pump housing. And you're going to hear a lot of nailing and stapling going on because they're replacing the roof on my grandmother's house. And I had to tear off the old roof completely because it was already 2 layers deep. The reason the top layer failed so quick, it wasn't 12 years old. So I got to find a little old socket to fit these 4 screws. Alright, I got the 4 bolts unloosed, but the problem is now when I pull, it wants to pull the whole stator out of this motor. So I suspect I'm going to take these screws off of here and see what's inside that I can. Oh, wait a minute. I see a nut in there. I'm not going to get to that without taking that apart. Alright guys, I didn't have any luck finding nothing to take that nut off. I thought it was a 1/2 inch, but I ain't sure what exactly it is. It may have rounded off, but anyway, what I did is I took it all apart and blowed it out good with air. And just turning it, I can feel this. It's extremely tight right there. Very tight. There's only one bearing in here, and that's this one back here. And the bearing didn't feel bad. So I don't really know exactly what it is unless it's inside this housing right here. I think what I'm gonna do is try to start it and just see what it's gonna do. It may blow up. Let's see if I got it back together right. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm gonna say this is a fail. And there's really no way I can tell other than figuring out what the hell kind of nut this is. I've tried, turn the light on. I may have rounded off with that 1/2 inch, I don't know. It looks like it's on a plastic shaft. But yeah, I think I did round it off. So I might have to get one of my little round over things and see if I can't get it loose with it. I don't know what size it's going to take. It's probably bigger than that. The problem is it's so in there so deep, and it's hard to get anything in there to it. Maybe that right there. Let's see what that can do. Yep. Let me grab an extension and see if I can get this thing off. No luck. No luck. I'm going to take this thing loose again. Let's see if it frees it up any. I'll just loosen it up just a little bit on the motor. Still tight. And I've done priced the replacements for these, and they're pretty expensive. It's a couple $100. It's over $200 for a replacement pump on eBay. Let's take a look at this thing a little bit. What we got? We might have a bearing in this front housing right here. We got a cooling fan, the rotor, and the thing that tells it to pick up speed, like a governor. And then we got this end bearing, and the end bearing feels pretty good. So I'm gonna bet you it's up in this housing right here is the issue. And I bet I ain't gonna be able to get in there without taking this off, and I ain't gonna be able to take that off without breaking something. Yeah, there's a bearing in this housing right here. Let's see it. Let's see how easy it turns. Yes, it's definitely in this housing. It's tight right there and it loosens up. And that little fucking nut wants to be a pain. I swear that thing looks like a plastic shaft, but it's still going in here. So I'm gonna say time for a new one. I guess it's been, well, it's been at least 4 years. I think this will be the 5th year. Last year we had to replace the liner in it because something ripped the liner over the winter. And so you'd think these pumps would last longer than 4 or 5 years, but they do sit outside and they get wet all the time. So it probably got some water in it and might have froze. Didn't really have it covered up this winter because it really only got down freezing for any amount of time, just a day or two, and it never did freeze the ground. So anyway, guys, I'll get one ordered and I'll shoot a video putting it in.